Roll call for attendance, please.
Mike?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Nick?
Yes. I have a quorum. Please stand for Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence, prayer, or silent meditation. Thank you. All right, we are starting with announcements and correspondences. Any announcements or correspondences today? Mike and Sue?
No.
Department heads? Okay, we'll move right into meeting guests. Is Ms. Workman here yet? She is not here yet. So we'll go ahead and table meeting guests when Ohio State Representative Heidi Workman shows up. We'll allow her time to speak. Meeting minutes. I will entertain a motion to approve the meeting minutes from 9/3/2025 as presented.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Roll call?
Mike?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Nick?
Yes.
Motion passed.
I'll entertain a motion to accept the agenda.
So moved.
I'll second.
Discussion. We need to add executive session. We're going to have two of them. Both executive sessions will be for compensation of a public employee. Do we have any other amendments or changes to the agenda as presented? All right, hearing none. Roll call for approval of the amended agenda.
Mike?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Nick?
Yes.
Motion passed.
I'll entertain a motion to approve purchase orders. I do not see any purchase orders today.
No.
All right, so we'll table purchase orders. So I'll entertain a motion to approve the warrants as presented.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Roll call?
Mike?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Nick?
Yes.
Motion passed.
All right, we'll now move into public comments. Dave, can you grab that public comment sign-in sheet?
Joe got.
Joe beat you to it, all right. We'll move into public comments. We want to remind everybody we have a 3-minute limit per person. We do thank you in advance for being here today and presenting to the board. We'll take all comments into consideration. First on the list today is Kevin Scott. Sir, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Good evening, Brimfield Township. I just wanted to say, Jasmine, good job with the reports. I like it, so keep it up. It helps find the pieces that are missing. Police, fire, and roads, I'd also like to say thank you for bailing out Brimfield Township at the last meeting. Without your professionalism, I think we might have been in a jam. So just wanted to thank all of you guys for donating. One other thing, I don't know where we're at with this building. Are we complete? Are we almost complete?
I think there's still a hit list of some stuff. I'm just not.
Yeah, we can update during the meeting portion.
Okay.
So my concern or my question is, there's no signage. There's no entranceway. There's no welcome. There's no push you're headed to the right
I
direction.
know there was a big thing. There was a whole signage.
Yeah, that's part of what
Part
we're
of the-
still upstanding on.
Yeah.
But, it's intimidating when you have to scavenge your way to figure out which door. And then there's a little sign or a little tag that says push for service. I was intimidated because I didn't want to set off a fire alarm. I didn't know what service was. So I'm just letting you know.
Oh, yeah. That's it.
Could we get a sign for, people that don't frequent the area? We should say, hey, welcome, come this way.
We should. Have you heard anything about the signage? Or you haven't found any
Remember, we'll
documents on
discuss
that?
it during open, we just take public comments now, and then we'll feedback during the meeting session.
And then one last thing, when we come up and talk, is it permissible to ask for return comment? It's kind of hard to talk without.
Well,
I know it gets heated
Right now,
sometimes.
the rules of
No,
the
we
floor,
changed it. We can return comments.
we never changed that as official motion, it still sits on the floor.
Yeah,
have
but
to
we still
adjust the
talked
agenda.
about it. We did comment on people.
But
I don't think we needed a motion to do it.
Yeah.
No,
I just think it would be a little more,
no, I
Free
think, I
flowing.
think we're allowed to return comments. I disagree with Nick.
so anyhow, that's all I have for tonight, but thank you guys. Road Department, Fire, and Police. Thanks for contributing.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, next up on our list, Charles Prather.
A little shorter than Kevin. Charles Prather, 3998 Mogador Road. Just wanted to introduce myself. I'm running for trustee. I want to give respect and honor to everybody on this board for the work you do. Mike, good luck and congratulations on your retirement. Hope everything goes well.
I'll never retire, but
I figured that, but enjoy the
Retire from-
grandkids and music.
I'm retiring from the drama. That's what I'm retiring from.
A little bit about myself. I'm a husband, father, and small business owner. You'll never hear me throwing stones or slinging mud at any of you. And I appreciate everything you guys do. Good luck to all the candidates running. If I don't win, I'll still respect the office and respect the people. And Jasmine, again, good job on everything you're putting out every Friday. Looks good. And thank you for your time.
Thank you. All right, next would be Kurt Egbers.
Good evening. Kurt Egbers. I'm at 1088 Duffel Road, just right down the way, Brimfield Township. First of all, thanks for hearing me out. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate everything you guys do. Nick, I think we've exchanged a couple emails on the subject I'm about to bring up. Have had a couple of stray bullets being shot about in my neighborhood, and just concerning, not really sure where to get all the detail on that, how to get all the information. A lot of kids, and we're all real outside people in the area where the most recent one was. And so just real concerned about that. Want to know, what's being done about it from an accountability standpoint, prosecution, communication, just all of that. Where do we get information? How do we know this was a stray bullet, not, some targeted attempt, which there have been rumors about? I don't know. I'm not a big rumor mill guy, so I like going right to the source and trying to get information. So that's why I'm here. Just kind of looking at the Brimfield pages, I see almost every week some of these kind of stray bullets things happening in other neighborhoods too. And I don't know if there's something we could do just more in totality or something, but it's very concerning. I know we have a lot of really young families in my neighborhood and others too. So we just appreciate you guys addressing that. And I think we've got some emails already going on. Just appreciate those being addressed and getting information out there. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Andy Roche. Oh, you were just with him? You can talk too. All right. All right. Any other public comments today? All right. Hearing none. Safety concerns. Do you want to address in your report now, or you want to address the safety concerns?
I'll address it in our report.
Okay. All right. Any other safety concerns? All right. Hearing none, we'll move into the business portion of our meeting. We will turn it over to Captain Atkins for Police Department report.
We have nothing under old business. We had nothing basically for new business, but I do want to address some of the shooting that you had brought up. We are seeing an increase in calls for shots being fired in the township. It's not a new occurrence for Brimfield. However, it's getting a lot of more traction on social media. We have and have routinely responded to shooting in the township year-round, but as we get closer to hunting season, we have more and more of these calls. Some of them are just shots fired. Some of them are people are target practicing, and we want you to stop and check and make sure it's legal. And then unfortunately, we have had a few houses that have been hit with stray rounds. Just in the past few months, there are 3 that we are investigating. I believe there are more that have not actually been officially reported to us. There have been in past years, we have investigated them. I personally, in your neighborhood, charged somebody who was firing and a round skipped and went through someone's kitchen window and landed in a guy's arm while he was having breakfast. So, I mean, that's been some years ago. It's not new in Brimfield. That does not make it right. What we run into is the Ohio Revised Code specifically prohibits townships for enforcing or creating laws to stop shooting in the township. So we cannot make a law or an ordinance to stop it from happening. All we can do is respond and try and educate the people who are target shooting, which we do quite often. You need to have a proper backstop. You need to have proper eye and ear protection. They need to be shooting in a safe direction. They can't be shooting while intoxicated, can't be shooting after dark. So the people that we get calls about that, we go and we educate them. The problem we have are the people that are doing it illegally. We have multiple people trespassing on the more rural areas in the township. Right behind you, Dussel Farm is one place that we've been dealt with for years. Joe Rapaski's property, Sunny Hill Golf Course, they routinely trespass in his property and push the deer out into Dussel Farm and shoot at them. We have them on the reservoir pushing deer and coyote out of there. We're constantly dealing with people illegally shooting. The problem is when we get there, they're usually gone. So we'll get a report of, all right, there's gunshots in Dussel Farm. Well, I gotta get there and hear it to try and get a location. If we can do that, we have some technology that we can use to get drones up and try and find the people. But we need to find the people while they're doing it. Because while there are some people who don't have proper backstops and aren't shooting correctly, we usually can educate them. There is one recently that is responsible for a round going through a house that we know who it is. We're working on, we know a name. We're working on being able to identify and charge them. It's not all the time that we have someone like that. The one in your neighborhood, we're still in the middle of investigating, working with another agency trying to find it. We do not believe it was targeted, as a police department, do not believe it was targeted, but it was definitely someone who's negligent. And if you look at Dussel Farm, where we have the problems, people come in there and hunt. They're not allowed to be there. I've talked to Mike Dussel, I've talked to Chris Dussel, these people are trespassing. We just have to catch them. So the plan tonight was, before you came, was to talk, hey, we need phone calls. We need to know when it's happening. 3 days later doesn't help me. I need to catch that person right then doing it, so we can, get that gun and then compare ballistics or something. I'm gonna have a hard time if they're hunting there 3 days later and I try and find a reason to take that weapon from them at that point. If it's that night and they're trespassing, I have a criminal charge, I can do something with it, but we just need the public's help. It's a very big township, and if you're checking the post, you know that we're getting calls up in that corner of the township, we're getting calls in that corner of the township, and calls in that corner of the township. We're basically chasing gunshots, and the people that, the good people who are exercising their right to fire in the township, and they have a proper backstop, proper protection and following the laws, we can't stop it. The best we can do is, hey, it's too late for you to be firing off guns. It's borderline disorderly conduct, so we're going to stop that. It's the illegal hunters. And if they are doing it illegally, they're not going to make our job easy for us. They see the cops good, they're going to take off too. So we need a little bit of help to catch them and throw some charges on people. I mean, honestly, you've got to be held accountable for negligence. And when you're popping off rounds and you miss, that bullet's going to come down somewhere, and unfortunately it's gone through a few houses. Thankfully, the ones that have been reported, no one's been hurt, but we've all seen that there can be grave consequences when someone is hit.
All right, question from the board on that? I think it was important, I asked Captain Atkins to give an update today too on that, because we have seen an increase, but like you pointed out, we're getting into hunting season, so I think more people are out, target practicing, preparing for that. That's where we see that increase of gunshot calls.
We're going to get more and more early morning. So, getting into hunting season. But let's be honest, people who are trespassing, they're not following the hunting rules either. So they're going to hunt wherever, whenever. So it's not always going to be, the the proper hunting, and they're not using the right gun in the right season. So you can talk to some of the property owners. Kevin might tell you that too, that he has people trespassing on his farm. They don't listen. You get farmers who go out there and tell them, get off my property. Well, you got a guy who's holding a gun. You already know he's got a gun. So they just don't, a lot of them don't care, so we have to get involved. But it's catching them is the hard part.
So I think the ask from the public is just to keep the open lines of communication coming into us, so that we know, so we can respond quicker. And then our response has been a lot of education to people.
The majority is education. People who just, it goes both ways, because some of the new residents don't understand that we can't stop from the shooting, but we can make sure they're doing it safely. But that has to be done with people who are willing. The people that are trespassing and firing, we have to catch them. But yes, a lot of education.
Anything else before we go in fire department? All right, thank you for the report. Chief Malik, floor is yours.
Okay, just a couple updates for the board. The new firefighters are already in week 4 of the fire academy. They're doing well down there. This is a 12-week course for them, but like I said, already in week 4. We're still housing and working on the Portage County dive team trailer. I'd say we're 3/4 of the way through on that. We may end up housing that at Brimfield. We don't know yet when that gets done, but still working on that. And I did check in on our new ambulance, and that's still well over a year away from being built. Where, if you remember, that was a 3-year build. So once we get that done, we'll probably have to order another one, but we'll try to get one at a time as that goes. So really, that was all I had, just some informational updates.
Any questions for fire department?
Thank you.
And now we'll move to an administration. Do we have any updates? Mike, see any updates under admin?
No.
We'll move right into zoning and economic development.
Yep.
Glad. Floor is yours, sir.
Thanks, Nick. Permit fees to date are at $57,815.85. We have 33 new home starts this year. Old business, Dollar General is now open last Wednesday. If you didn't get a chance, stop in. It came out really nice. VA Cancer and Imaging and Infusion Center will be having a grand opening in late October, early November, and more to follow as I get updates from the VA. And then our new business is I'm currently working with the Skipper Group Properties and the developer proposing a new Hilton Hotel next to McDonald's in the center there. They're going before the Board of Zoning Appeals in October for conditional use permit.
What's the long-term plan over there? So they have the hotel, I see they're putting in a little shopping piece right now, correct?
Yes. Yep.
Would there be additional beyond that?
Yeah, I mean, Skipper Group has been working on several things from, Costco to you name it, trying to get something back in there. The hotel is a surprise to us. Hilton is welcome. Obviously, it's a nice brand. The individual he's looking to invest around $14 million. He owns 20 outright Hilton hotels, and then he's a partner in another 20, so he's got 40 total in his portfolio. So he's been down this road a few times, knows what he's doing. The first one was denied. It was over 40 feet. Fire department denied it because we don't have a ladder truck. And he came in with his architects, revised it to make it under 40 feet. So.
Can you give just a ballpark estimate of how many years Mr. Shipper has had that property there? Because that used to be a farm.
Yeah, well, the TIF is near completion, and that was a 30-year TIF, so it's been there a while.
It's probably been at least 15 years.
15 years. Yeah, it's been a long time. So I'm glad to see we're getting it moved, and some of the things are moving. We're welcoming the plaza. It's going to be nice. The architecture's nice on it. The Hilton will also own the road between McDonald's and them, and they said they don't want truck parking anymore. They'll have signs up saying no truck parking. They don't want that to interfere with their hotel. So.
Hey, Mike, just to refresh my memory, the zoning board, they said you could have 4 stories, right?
They said, so zoning board, you could go above 40 feet up to 60 feet maximum. But that's with approval of fire department.
So the zoning board has no authority. The fire department has the authority.
If it goes over 40 feet.
Then Craig, I mean, I don't want to put you on the spot.
Yeah.
I guess I am. Was it true?
Yeah.
Macedonia was offering us a ladder truck?
I think that was like 10 years ago.
Okay. I thought it was
But
sooner.
we didn't, remember, we didn't have the ability.
So when you guys make your decisions, you make them based, even though we have a ladder truck in Talmadge, we have one in Kent, and we have one in Rootstown, you're denying what the zoning board wants because you don't have a ladder truck.
Correct.
Is that prudent?
I believe it is. and-
I mean, if you made the call, would a ladder truck be here? Out of three?
Well, yes.
Unless we were hit by a meteor?
But in fairness,
Yeah.
since we're just having a discussion here, it's not as quick as the ladder truck can get here. There's setup time, you know.
How'd the
there's-
ladder truck work on the World Trade Center? I don't want to say that,
I
I just don't understand
I think
why.
we're talking a little bit
Oh, I know,
different
it's just,
situation.
it just
here,
sort of
but-
bothers me when I heard this.
Yeah,
you know.
and please, I'm not trying to deny any business, but
No,
I
I
have
just-
to put my name to it, you know, if someone, you know, with
Right.
life safety, we don't have the capabilities, you know.
I just,
don't
mean,
have the personnel.
you know, I might be wrong,
Yeah.
but I mean, I know those ladder trucks sit over there, and they sit over there, and they sit over there. So, I mean, mutual aid, I mean, that's just I'm on my way out, but I'm just telling you, that's just the point. You know, I mean, the zoning board, I don't know. That's a question for these future boards to talk about.
Right, and I wish we did have one, but we don't.
Right.
So, and we have a 24-foot ladder, you know, on our truck, and it's just the capabilities and the manpower that we have.
You know me, when I sit there and think about things, it just sometimes they don't add up.
I would say from a life safety
Yeah, I-
piece, to me, I would always resort to our department heads.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just, we get a ladder truck there, you got lives on the line, you have a hotel, and you got a 3rd or 4th story and lots of people
But
out there,
it's-
right, you
it's-
evacuate.
It is a completely fire suppression, right?
But there's a reason they still have
Right.
ladder trucks. I mean,
Well, you know, you and I have
For
always
me-
agreed to disagree, so.
yeah. I mean, I'd love to have a safety discussion. I could tell you 100 reasons why it could not be a good
Oh, I
idea
know.
for the safety and health piece. I mean, that's,
The chances of us ever getting a ladder truck, I mean, you're scrambling just to afford
Right.
a regular truck.
Right,
So-
I mean, we just
Right.
talked about a year from getting an ambulance, you know, I can't even
So there's
get
not
that
even
right now.
there's
so,
not even a chance in
yeah.
getting another, well, if someone offers you a ladder truck,
Yes, I would,
My
I
advice
would
to
take
you-
it, and now we have the capabilities of housing one, but we didn't
Right.
at the time when you talk about
can you
Macedonia.
buy one with like a 50-year payment?
Well, and
payment?
there is used ones out there. I'm not opposed to any used vehicle also. I mean,
Yeah.
but we're a little
Maybe-
behind right now.
Maybe sometime
on
along
other
the line, we
things.
ought to,
So,
or the boards ought to get together and have a little chat.
right.
well, I think that was part of our plan. I've asked for this several times, is we need to see where we are today and where we want to be in 10 years, and plugging things like ladder trucks into that as that plan. If we want a ladder truck, doesn't mean it can't happen, but we need to plug that into the plan, along with making sure Dave gets the equipment he needs, that police get the equipment they need, and we can provide the proper care and service, because if we go ahead and say, yeah, let's go ahead and put up a 5-story building and we can't respond to it, how does that make us look as a board, and what liability does that put us into?
Yeah,
too?
well, I think 4-story, I mean, it was, yeah, it's just, you know, the bad thing, and we're just having the discussion, trustees are not like Congress.
Right?
I mean, Congress seems to get elected over and over and over again.
And again, I wanna say yes to everything, but
But-
when you ask my opinion on life safety,
Yeah.
we have a 24-foot ladder. That's all we got.
Yeah,
So we just don't have the capabilities right now.
I understand, so, that's for sure. So we just have to look forward.
Yes.
Mike, Ladd, when that code was made that way, the fire department had the decision, why was it written that way?
So the zoning commission brought the fire department in, which Ron came in and explained the life safety and having approval whether or not it could be used over 40 feet or not. And I believe at that point in time, and don't quote me, I'd have to pull the minutes, but, and Craig, I don't know, you'll know better, but I think, you know, they didn't have a problem going over 40 feet if there was no, if it was a commercial business where people weren't sleeping in at night, you know, there's more, you know, people are awake and it's a business during the day, there's less of a chance than if they're sleeping at night was what we were told.
Again, and I'll piggyback on that, it is more the life safety issue. So
Right.
if we put up I'm just throwing it out there, a 5-story building, but the upper floor was sleeping, that becomes an issue,
Right.
you know.
But if it's office space that people are awake,
Yeah,
moving around.
and
when
it's
they
fully
provide it.
suppressed, well, okay, that's a difference, you know, where no one's sleeping at night and it's fully suppressed, we can talk different on that.
I just think if you could put a work session together, you know, the zoning and fire safety, maybe let them all understand, you know what I mean? What each other's.
Well, it sounds like they did that
Yeah,
somewhat
I
already,
mean, we
right?
did. It's really just the hotel. It's the sleeping, you know. Because people don't listen, you know, a fire alarm goes off right now. If we go up there right now and there's 100 people up there, 5 exit their rooms. They just don't leave. So it's already a life safety
Yeah.
for us. That's
Well,
nice.
life safety is important, that's for sure.
It keeps me in business, but yeah, it is. Does that
Yep.
answer everything?
Anything else for zoning?
Nope, that's it. Thank you.
Any other questions? Hearing none, we'll move into road department.
Alrighty, I just got some updates for the board. The chip and seal job, they've got all the roads swept. There's a few areas they're gonna fix, and then the road striping might be done by this week. Sherman Road project paving project, sorry about that. It started, last week. They're moving forward. They got, cul-de-sac tore out, the grassy area, and they're working on getting, Chestnut taken care of first, and then out to Shermanwood. We've been out dirt patching some areas again. Some new business, Drug Mart paving project starting 9/29/25. This is not costing the township no money. They are going to extend some areas out in front of the school on Falcon Drive to help with traffic flow in that area. The road will be completely shut down for 2 weeks, starting on the 29th. I've already had contact with the school, the engineers department from Portage County and everything. Everybody's getting on board and on agreement for this. OPWC Round 40 Sanctuary View Drive project. We actually got accepted on this project. It's $287,000. Our share will be $143.50 for 2026. It's to resurface all of Sanctuary View from 43 to Ridgeview, which we may piggyback a few of them roads in that development with that project. We're getting ready to crack seal. Friday, I'll have a crack sealer delivered to the township. We're gonna start crack sealing roadways. A little change, Howe Road was supposed to be closed for 2 days. They started their work today and they ran into a problem, so they're redesigning it. So the road was right now gonna stay open until they get everything re-engineered over there to figure out how they can change the problem they have with the sewer work. And just to let everybody know, I will be on vacation starting this Friday night and next Friday, the 19th through the 26th. So I will have things set up for the guys to do and projects and that. And other than that, that's my report.
Any questions for road department? Hearing none, we'll move into parks and rec.
Okay. Move my mic down. Updates, upcoming programs. The Boo Cruise Halloween decorating contest registration is now open until 10/5. The voting period for that will be 10/11 through 10/31, and then the winners will be announced the first week of November. The Teen Finance Education Series with 717 Credit Union is continuing. That will be Mondays at 7 o'clock at the library through October 6th. On September 28th from 12 to 3 p.m. at the Community Center, we are having a Halloween costume and decoration swap. And then updates on Hometown Christmas. We have 5 groups participating as volunteers and or sponsors so far, and we are still in search of a Santa. I did reach out to your Santa contact. I haven't heard back yet, so I'm going to follow up with him.
He texted me this week.
He did?
Maybe you texted him the wrong number, because he's like, I haven't heard from Cassie, but what day is it? So he already has it on the calendar.
Oh, okay, perfect.
He's locked in, so
Then disregard. Thank
we'll
you.
meet after the meeting, make sure we got the right numbers.
Okay, great.
Yeah, but no, he said he's in, he's locked in.
Okay, perfect. I did want to request board approval. I went and looked at our poor nativity scene that is in need of some love. I took some pictures. Oh, Joe has them, thank you. If you're not familiar, Dave, approximately how old are these?
Oh, I couldn't tell you how old. They were here before I was.
20 years, 15, 20 years?
I've been here 13, so.
I think we are very emotionally attached to them and we don't want to let them go. So I would like to request to the board that I put out a call for volunteers. If somebody would like to possibly refinish these, paint them, revitalize them in some way.
See, did Leon Cole make those?
I think he did. How many years did he die? He died 20 years ago.
Yeah,
I know they've been here ever since I've ever been here.
I'm pretty sure it was Leon
Yeah.
Cole.
When I saw them, though, they were all painted in color. They weren't all white.
I have been here almost 7 years. I've never seen them painted in color, so that's how long they've been
Yeah, that's
in
been
this
a long
condition.
time.
I will say it seems like the wood is in pretty good condition and the fastenings on the back. They just need some TLC.
Yeah, I might be wrong, but I think they were painted in color, and then one road superintendent decided to paint them all white, if that's what I remember.
That was me.
No, it was not you, Dave.
Yeah, I'm the one painting them white. I mean, I did.
Were they colored when you got them?
Yeah, when we got them, the paint and stuff was starting to peel off and they were looking bad, so we cleaned them up and painted them white, at least that way.
Yeah.
You still had the silhouettes out there, so.
I wasn't losing my mind.
No, not yet.
No, but I think they look good white, but, I mean,
I
be
cannot
careful you don't
identify
get
all of them.
a Kent State student doing it, he might really jazz them up.
I think we set some stipulations on, I mean, yeah, so you handle that, but
Yes.
what the color is, what you want them to look like.
You
Yeah,
had a brain fart, what about the high school?
that was on my list of people to contact, yes. The high
They got a
school,
lot of kids in art
yeah, possibly Maplewood, Kent State, somebody,
field.
yeah. So I'll put a call out. This is the official first notice that we're looking for volunteers for that, so,
But then
If you
pass
have-
one out to each church in Brimfield.
yeah, true.
And what you can't get done, I'm sure Bill Mars will take care of them. I'm kidding, Bill.
I don't think we need a motion for that.
Okay,
It would just be an internal project that you're doing,
perfect.
unless the board wants a motion.
Nah, you don't need a motion.
Okay. All right, new business. I wanted to update the board that Darlene Metler has stepped down as the president of the Kelso House after 8 years. She was also the treasurer for 4 years. She's still active in the Historical Society. She's just no longer a board member. So I just wanted to publicly acknowledge her and thank her for all the work she's done with the township and with myself. I just really appreciate her help.
She has done a wonderful job.
She really has, yeah. And then, as of September 1st, Christy McMillan will be the new acting president. Ann Headington is the vice president. Kayla McMillan will be the secretary, and Mary Johnson will remain treasurer. And then I will be meeting with Christy to plan some upcoming program collaborations for this fall/winter. On 10/11, we will be hosting a Boo Cruise kickoff event and outdoor movie, weather permitting, from 6 to 9:30 at the Portage County District Library Brimfield branch in partnership with them. We'll be doing some crafts and have some popcorn and things like that. The movie is TBD at this point. We need to make our final decision before we announce. But we will move the event indoors at the library in the event of inclement weather. And then the last item is on 10/18, I will be participating in the Falcon Fall Frenzy. And I will also be on the planning committee for that and helping them with event assistance. And that is all.
Any questions for Parks and Rec? Okay, hearing none, we'll move into IT. Joe, you got something up there for RC2s?
I was part of the record retention committee meeting many months ago and was asked to help facilitate the filing of the RC2 with the Ohio State Historical Society, or wherever that is, and that ultimately goes to the state auditor. I finally got an email back yesterday that everything has been approved. I know Chief Mosley has been waiting for that so they can do some record destructions. And so that has finally been approved, so our record retention schedule is now approved by the state, so we can proceed. That's all I have.
Okay, any questions for IT? No, thank you. Under cemetery, looks like we had 3 cemetery deeds to sign today. Sue, any cemetery updates?
No, just the 3 deeds, that we have to sign those 3 deeds today.
Okay. All right, any questions for cemetery? Now we move into fiscal. Jasmine, the floor is yours.
All right, for fiscal, we do not have any old business, but for new business, our first item, consideration of the proposed takeover of the Whispering Woods entrance sign and its inclusion in the Willoway Lighting District for ongoing maintenance and payment responsibilities. I've been working with Ralph Johnson, the president of the HOA there, and they had been paying the utility bill for that, and he's been trying to get it switched over to us for the past few months. So I've reached out to Ohio Edison, and they did say there is a $430.73 balance that will need to be paid in order to get that officially transferred over to us and restored, service restored. And also a $99 security deposit.
Okay, so that's just for the lights to the sign?
Correct.
Okay, it's not for taking care of their
No.
landscaping?
No, so I think the normal bill is maybe about roughly $70 a month.
Okay.
But this is maybe collected for past due. So, yeah.
Well, do we have other, just bringing this out here, do we have other signs comparable to that the township pays electricity on?
You know what, I am not sure. This is my first lighting district situation that I've handled, so to be honest, I am not sure.
In Beechcrest, we have a lighting district.
Mhm. So, yeah, we have several lighting districts.
But it's considered
But
a
it's
lighting
compared- it's
district
probably-
for all of the houses there for the lights, street lights that the township pays. That's considered a lighting district.
Mhm.
That's why I'm asking, do we have other entrance signs that we pay the electrical
You
on?
know,
Is that
Dave-
considered
That's a
a
good
lighting
question.
district?
That's a
Dave
good
Ruther-
question, I'm not sure.
Dave Ruther might know. Do you know, Dave?
No, I don't know what we pay on the lighting district.
No, any other subdivisions that have lighted signs?
Well, there's our subdivisions have lighted signs, but I don't know if we take care of that. Like I said, I just report lights ain't working and turn it into the fiscal office. So,
Jasmine, I don't know. I mean, I could see it, if it is a light, I could see how it could be included. I just don't know if anyone's ever done that yet. I'm not saying it's wrong.
Right, I'm not
So-
sure.
I don't know how,
I think a lot of that's gonna be, it's all tied together with your street lights. So when your street lights come on, that light comes on to the sign. Now, like I said, I don't know if there's a difference in all the allotments on that, but I kinda know this one too. They wanna tie it into the street lights, that way everything's continuous. When the street lights come on, that light comes on.
well, it makes sense.
And I think like Hunter's Ridge, the lights do that, Pembroke, Chapman, their lights come on, I don't know, but if they're tied into the street lights or not.
I don't even know who you talk
So,
to. Does anyone remember who does when we did lighting districts, where we sent the stuff?
Lighting districts are always ran by fiscal. I don't want to talk on the Whispering Woods because I'm an HOA member there. It goes back where I live, so I want to stay in that conversation. But
But we, if we just could help her out where she could maybe
It's gonna be
know where to
fine.
call.
It's gonna
I
be
hate to
quick.
say, if you would call
Yeah.
John.
You just gotta
maybe
look for the
go.
lighting district
Okay.
line item.
okay,
It'll be there.
Kirsten might be able to help on
Yeah,
that.
Kirsten's gonna
She
know.
she takes a lot of my reports, Kirsten, and turns them
okay.
on, so.
Well, we
It
can
might
table
very
it.
well be covered, we just don't know.
Right, well, we can table it for now, and I'll reach out
Just
to
check into it,
Kirsten,
yeah.
and we'll follow up next meeting.
I know how Dave feels about lights in the middle of roads, so.
All right, so for my next agenda item, I have been working on fiscal policies and procedures manual. So I just wanted to formally adopt fiscal policies and procedures manual as the guiding framework for financial operations while recognizing the manual as a living document, subject to future updates and refinements.
So you've submitted that to us for review, and
Yes,
so you want an official motion to make that part of our
yes,
process?
yes.
All right, so for discussion, I'll entertain a motion to adopt the presented fiscal policies and procedures.
Second.
All right, so I have a motion, second. All right, discussion on this. I've had a chance to review it. Honestly, I would defer to, I already talked to Captain Atkins, we were good with that conversation. You reviewed that and worked with Jasmine. Chief Malala, any questions on the manual?
Good.
Dave, questions on the manual?
I haven't really had a chance to look at it.
Okay.
I mean, just to be honest, I've been tied up with these paving projects, so.
So Jasmine, this is what you sent to us.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
it's very good.
yes.
Yeah, and I had a chance to review it too. I just want to make sure department heads were good with it, but the feedback I've got from the staff over here was all positive and supportive of it. It streamlines and it fixes some of the concerns we had. Sue and Mike, what are your thoughts?
I think it's great. And it gives a little more, spells out the rules.
I mean, it just standardizes it, right? Police doesn't do it different than
Right.
fire, than road, and then parks. And in parks and zoning, any questions on the fiscal process changes?
I still have to get zoning, theirs. I know I have, I'm planning on meeting with Parks soon, and
Okay.
I've talked to Mike also. So him and Tech, I have a few things I want to go over with budget and things, and then I am going to bring them on board with the manual.
Okay, with the manual. So
So
right
what-
now, it'd just be police, roads, and fire
Right.
initially, and then streamline that.
I'm fine with whatever. I mean, that's fine.
I think really it's just standardization, right?
Yeah.
Because everybody's done things differently, and it gets confusing for all of us.
Okay. It clarifies the requirements for blanket POs.
Yep.
And I think it really spells out what we have here. It's in writing, we can read it, we got something to go by, and it's always open enough to be amended and updated and not necessarily, corrected or whatever with the issues, and I think it's a good starting point.
With department support, motions on the floor, I'll entertain a motion for, entertain a roll call for approval.
All right, Mike,
Yes?
Sue,
Yes.
Nick,
Yes.
motion passed. And the next item is just a proposal to streamline financial operations by implementing ACH payments for vendors who accept them and transitioning to virtual signatures for purchase orders. So right now, Kirsten was doing a lot of the purchase orders, so it's kind of a very manual process. So she has to receive the request from the department heads, enter them, get up, print it, make copies of the invoices and things of that nature. But as me being coming on as the new fiscal officer, I felt like I needed to take over that process. And in order to streamline it, with me being able to have you guys review purchase orders virtually, or even just one of you sign it, that would be help us with our efficiencies and streamlining, and also get more work done faster. And as far as the ACH, because sometimes snail mail payments get lost, things of that nature. If we can utilize ACH payments, we will be able to pay our bills more efficiently, effectively, and save money on postage and paper and things of that nature.
So for discussion, I'll entertain a motion to streamline financial operations by accepting the implementation of ACH payments and virtual signatures for POs.
Okay, I'll make that motion.
I'll second for discussion. I think it's a great process. I think the ACH is pretty easy moving forward. I guess my only question is gonna be around virtual signatures for POs. Not opposed to it, but what's the auditor's stance on that? Are we okay with that? Like, I guess I want verification from the auditors that we
Right.
do that process.
So POs technically only need to be signed by the fiscal officer unless there is a significant amount. So like if it's a crazy amount, like we're about to go spend $40,000 for a new department vehicle or something like that, then I would come to the trustees and request signatures and things of that nature. But if it's just a standard PO, like your everyday, day-to-day expenses, utilities, usually they are okay with just the fiscal officer's signature, especially since those things are usually budgeted and approved in our annual budget. So, but if anything out of the nature, then those POs would indeed need a trustee signature.
So once we hit that dollar threshold, we still have to have the 3 signatures on it. But up to that threshold, that's when we'd be getting the virtual POs. We just be getting PDFs of everything so that we can still see the transactions happening, ask questions if
Correct.
need be. But it just reduces paper and time frames to get those pieces moving.
Correct.
So the trustees still would see the,
Oh, of course.
now what's the threshold?
So that is, the threshold could be agreeable amongst the board. So if you feel like 10,000 or more, 5,000 or more, that's up to
We
you
had a
decide.
threshold, we'd have to look back, Mike, into the meeting minutes,
Five.
but I think it was 5,000 was the threshold for department heads, but fiscal had a bigger threshold. So we said department heads at 5,000, and then fiscal officer at X, I don't remember what that number was off the top of my head.
We had one number for credit cards, we had one number, I don't remember what the credit card number was. 5?
Craig thought it was 30 for fiscal. So in other words, like department heads could spend up to 5 because we
Okay.
have something break down in the middle of the day, right?
Right.
Or in the middle of the night, but then they go to fiscal, it was over that, this way we didn't do it for a meeting.
Right.
And over that threshold, then it came to everybody.
Okay.
Well, in this new policy that we just approved, under the policy, number 4, credit card usage policy, regular purchase order policy and procedures, whenever you anticipate using a card, no purchase shall exceed a speeding limit of 5,000 without the express written consent of the fiscal officer and/or trustee approval. This would ensure that sufficient appropriations exist to cover the anticipated charges. Then, I have over here, spending limits, for, permitted uses. It says spending limits, individual transactions should not exceed 2,500 unless specifically authorized by trustee. I remember a time when the individual transaction should not exceed $750.
Right.
So-
Well, we've upped it
And
because of,
we've only bumped it twice in all these years.
because Dave would be a great example. At night you break something on a plow truck, you gotta fix it without board approval, because
Right.
roads need plowed.
Yeah, because our miscellaneous POs are 5,000. Then we can go to an emergency PO and that kind of thing.
I think it's a great idea. I think my recommendation would be to table it at this
Okay.
meeting, bring it back to the next meeting. At the next meeting, let's have those thresholds set.
Okay.
What those dollar amounts would be, run that by the auditor for a double check,
Okay.
and then we would move forward with it. What's the rest of the board's thought on that?
Yeah, I'm not ready to accept it right now. You know, I'm not ready to.
I think if we can reduce
Do anything
paperwork,
more
it's
than
all
table.
great
Right.
and streamline. I just want to make sure we articulate that correctly
Okay.
in the motion.
No problem. And the last item is just a formal recognition and appreciation of a generous donation made by Mr. Mike Watson to cover the costs associated with repairs to the cemetery fire pit. So after our last meeting, we had discussed the scouts wanting to repair the cemetery fire pit and was requesting reimbursement for the supplies and materials that was purchased for that repair. And Mr. Mike Watson, after the meeting, approached with his donation, and I just wanted to publicly acknowledge him and thank him for that donation.
And that was for the flag burning.
Correct.
Pit, just the flags.
I'd like to make a motion that we send Mr. Mike Watson a letter from the board and the fiscal officer thanking them for the donation.
A second?
Any discussions on that? Fiscal, if you could just draft it and then we'll sign it. And we'll send it over to him. Just thank
Okay.
you. All right, roll call?
Mike,
Yes.
Sue,
Yes.
Nick,
Yes.
motion passed, and that is all for fiscal.
All right, any questions for fiscal? All right, hearing none, we'll entertain the good of the order before we go to executive session. Anything for the good of the order? If not, I'll entertain a motion to move into convenient executive session pursuant to Ohio Revised Code, section 121.22G, for the purposes of considering the following manners: compensation of a public employee or official. Need a second?
Second,
All right, roll call?
Mike?
yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Nick?
Yes.
Motion passed.
Executive session at 6:50. All right, we're back from executive session. Based on executive session, I'd like to make a motion to approve
You can second.
the contract amendment for the fire chief to be extended through September 15th of 2028.
I will second that.
All right, any discussion on this? This will extend your contract through September 15th of 2028 with the amended documents. Thank you. Anything else? All right, and we have another contract we're working on, but we're going to table that for 2 weeks and get that in the next meeting for some language. So. All right, roll call.
All right, Mike,
Yes.
Sue,
Yes.
Nick,
Yes.
motion passed.
All right. Is there anything else before the board tonight? Not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I will make that motion.
Second.
Roll call.
All right, Mike,
Yes.
Sue,
Yes.
Nick,
Yes.
motion passed.
All right, we're out of here.
Thank you.
No problem.